No? So let's start off with frames, no? So pin-jointed frame. So here's an example of a pin-jointed frame. So pag sinabi po natin na pin-jointed frame, so ito ay consists of multiple members, no, joined together by by a certain point, no, via pin or hinge, no? So yan. So ito example ito is three pin or three hinge na frame. Okay? So, situation number one, refer to the pin-jointed frame shown. Calculate the reaction at C in Newton. So, the reaction here. Calculate the horizontal reaction at B. And lastly, calculate the force carried by strut BD. Okay? So, first, let's start off by drawing the free body diagram. Free body diagram of the whole structure. So dito na lang ako mag-drawing ng free body diagram ng whole structure. So one important thing that we have to remember when we are drawing the free body diagram of the entire structure is that iisipin natin na ito ay isang buo lang. Kumbaga kahit alam natin na merong connection dito sa B, parang i-imagine natin na isang buong solid na structure siya. Okay? So ibig sabihin, kailangan lang natin i-identify yung mga forces acting to that. So meron tayo ditong 310 Newton, ano pa? So dahil ito ay merong support na hinge, meron tayo dyan dalawang reactions, isang vertical, isang horizontal. So assume lang itong mga directions na ito. And then dito rin, meron tayong pin. So meron din tayo diyang vertical at saka horizontal reaction. Once again, ina-assume ko lang itong mga direction na yan. And later on, we will be able to identify if those assumptions are correct based on the sign. Okay, so dito kailangan nating mag-produce ng mga equations, no? Let's start off by taking ano ba? Summation ng moment siguro sa point C. So taking summation of moment at point C, okay, equal to 0 assuming counterclockwise positive. So we will have, all right, so tingnan natin yung mga sukat. So etong height na ito, no, we can define this distance based on this triangle. Notice that this is a circular arc. So because that is a circular arc, ito ay radius. Ito ay radius. So radius din to. So yung hypotenuse ng triangle na to is yung radius na 1.4. Okay, so that means this distance, since opposite siya sa 30 degrees, will be 1.4 sine of 30 degrees. Okay? And then, what else? So itong distance na ito naman. Ito. Okay? So dito, wag kayong malikmata. Baka isipin nyo na, ano to? Cosine, no? Cosine. So hindi, mali. Yan ay buong radius na itong sukat na to. Okay? So that is also 1.4. Ayan. So let's take summation of moment at C. So let's start off with a given 310 newtons. Ang moment arm natin dyan ay 1.4 plus 1.4 sine 30. Tama ba? So, bali, ito yung point, ito yung force, ito yung distance na pinag-uusapan. So, this is radius, 1.4, plus itong height na to, ito. Okay? And then the rotation this will produce is clockwise. So, isi-set natin siya na negative. And then next, yung CX and CY, obviously, wala naman silang moment sa point na to. So, itong DX na lang, no? So, DX. Okay, ang moment arm naman ng DX would be itong height na to. Ito, no? Itong height na to. Yun yung moment R niya. So, sukatin lang natin yun. Siguro dito na lang. Okay, ano kaya itong height na to? So, notice that meron tayo ditong given na 1.92. Tapos meron tayo ditong given na radius. So, tama bang isipin na itong natitirang sukat dito, ito ay difference lang ng 1.92 tsaka 1.4. Okay? So, this would be 1.92 minus 1.4. Ayan. And then ang rotation niyan is once again clockwise. Pag ganito. Okay? And then lastly, yung dy. So yung dy natin, ang moment arm nun would be 1.4 plus 0.56. Tama ba? Ito. Ito yung dy, ito yung moment arm. So, 0.56 plus 1.4. Tapos ang rotation niya ay counterclockwise. So, this will be plus. And then, that's it. No? Wala nang ibang forces na nandoon. So, that will be all equal to 0. Okay? So, unfortunately, for this one, wala tayong masosolve. So, pwede pa tayong bumuo ng iba pang equations, ano? Pero siguro sa ngayon, we can, sige, gawa muna tayong equation. So, summation pa ng forces, x, assuming to the right positive. So, meron tayong cx, meron tayong dx, tas meron tayong 310. Okay, tawagin na lang muna natin ito na equation number 1, equation number 2. Ay, sorry. Hindi ko na-equate sa 0. Equal 0. So, tawagin natin to na equation number 2. And then, taking summation of forces y is equal to 0, assuming upward positive, we will have cy plus dy, and yun lang, no? All equal to 0. And let's call this equation number 3. Okay, once again, kung titingnan natin, yung dami ng unknowns ay 1, 2, 3, 4. So, ibig sabihin, kulang itong equations natin. So, anong gagawin? So, ngayon, ang gagawin natin ay magme-method of members tayo. So, ibig sabihin, i-analyze natin yung mga parts niya na members. So, kagaya, halimbawa, ito, gusto mong i-analyze. Pwede naman. Pwede rin na itong member na ito. Okay, so siguro preferably dito na lang tayo sa member na to, no, since straight lang yan. So diyan na lang tayo. So i-drawing natin ngayon yung free body diagram ng member BD. Okay? Itong kanina, free body diagram ng buong structure. So ganito itsura ng BD. Okay? Okay, so dito merong reactions na dx at saka dy. Tapos dito, mayroon ng lilitaw na internal reaction sa B. So, mag-expose na yung Bx at saka yung By. Okay? And wala namang ibang force na involved dyan. So, therefore, we can now apply another set of equilibrium equations. So, tatandaan nyo to, no? Dun sa unang free body diagram, meron tayong tatlong equilibrium equations na available. So, kulang yun, kaya kinailangan natin na mag-additional. So, ngayon, ang ginawa natin, nag-drawing tayo ng panibagong free body diagram nung member niya. So, tatandaan nyo, every time na meron tayong bagong free body diagram, meron na naman tayong panibagong tatlong equations. So, galing dito. Kumbaga, mare-refresh, no? Mare-refresh itong mga to. Para dito. Okay? So, therefore, from that idea, so we can just take summation of moment again. But this time, I'll take summation of moment at B. Actually, pwedeng B, pwedeng D, no? Ikaw bahala. So, sa B yung napili ko. Tapos, i-define lang natin. Itong distance na to from the figure is 0.56. Itong distance na to from the figure ay 1.92. Okay, so pag nag-moment tayo sa B, ito yung mga ano natin, forces. So, we have dy times 0.56. No? And then ang moment nun ay clockwise. And then we have, counterclockwise pala. And then we have dx times 1.92. Ang moment arm, ang rotation niya is clockwise. And yun lang, no? That is all equal to 0. And actually, dito pa lang, pwede na nating ma-relate yung dy kay dx. So, dy na lang ha, ang isi-solve ko. So, kapag tin-transpose mo yung eh, pag tin-transpose mo yung dx sa kabila, so may 1.92, tapos divide mo lang nitong 0.56. So lalabas ay, lagyan ko lang, 24/7. So 24/7 of dx. Okay, and let's call this equation number 4. And I think this is already enough kasi masosolve na natin dito sa equation 1 yung dx. So all we have to do is substitute this here. 'Di ba? At kung makikita nyo, yung equation 1 ay marireduce na lang sa 1 unknown. Okay? At pagkatapos nun, pag nakuha mo na yung dx, makukuha mo na rin yung dy. Tapos tignan mo yung equation number 2. Kapag may dx ka na, may cx ka na rin. Tapos sa equation 3, kapag may dy ka na, may cy ka na rin. Okay? So gawin natin yon. Equation 4, substitute natin sa equation 1. So, papayin ko lang yung equation 1. Okay, ang dx natin ay i-retain natin. And then, itong dy na to, papalitan natin ito. Ayan. And as you can see, this is a single variable equation. We can solve for dx. Okay, so dx will be 105. Okay, newtons. And then, from 4, no? From equation 4, yung dy naman ay makocompute natin as times mo lang to ng 24/7. And that is 360. Okay? And then kapag meron na tayong dx and dy, punta tayo sa equation 2. Ano yan? Cx, no? So Cx minus dx, 105 plus 310 is equal to 0. So therefore, yung Cx natin will come out to be 105 minus 310 pag tinranspose. So that gives me negative 205. So ang negative sign dito only means that baliktad yung direction natin, no? So ibig sabihin, ang tamang direction ni CX ay 205 Newton. So ang inassume ko kasi ay to the right. So dapat pala to the left, no? Dapat pala to the left. Okay? And then from equation 3, masosolve naman natin si CY. So CY plus DY, ang DY natin is 360 is equal to 0. So therefore, ang CY natin will be negative 360. Which means na baliktad yung direction ulit. So that means CY is equal to 360 newtons na ano yung inassume ko? Ang assumption ko upward. So dapat pala downward yan. Ayan. Okay? So balik lang ako sa mga questions. Ang tanong kasi sa number 1, calculate the reaction at C. So guys, take note kapag tinanong tayo sa exam, ano yung reaction sa isang pin support? Hindi niya ibig sabihin yung vertical lang or yung horizontal lang. Ang ibig niya sabihin doon is yung resultant reaction sa C. So ngayon na meron na tayo ng horizontal at vertical, we can now calculate the resultant reaction. So the resultant reaction at C is equal to square root of Cx squared plus Cy squared. So that gives us 414.28 newtons. So that will be the reaction at C. Okay, so dito sa choices, that's letter A. And then next, tinatanong din sa atin dito sa number 2, calculate the reaction at B. So yung reaction dito sa B. So once again, ang hinahanap sa atin dyan is yung, horizontal lang pala, horizontal. So hinahanap lang sa atin dito is yung BX. So kung babalik tayo sa free body diagram ng BD, no? So tama ba na pag nag-summation tayo ng forces horizontal, makukuha natin na BX ay equal kay BX. Okay? So ibig sabihin, ito rin yung sagot natin, 105, no? So from free body diagram of BD, okay, kapag nag-summation ka ng forces x is equal to 0, lalabas lang na yung Bx ay equal sa Dx. So therefore, yung Bx ay equal sa 105. And positive naman, so tama na to the right yung assumption natin. So for number, sorry, 105 ba yun? Oo, 105, no? So the horizontal reaction at B, so ito yung Dx 105. Okay, so supposedly dapat ang sagot dito is 105. Okay? And then calculate the force carried by strut BD. Ano naman daw yung force carried by the strut BD? So again, from the free body diagram here, I mean from the free body diagram of the member BD. So take note na ano siya, two force member. BD is a two force member. So pag sinabi nating two force member, ito yung members na nasa 2 points lang ang merong force, no? 2 points lang ang merong force. So, 'di ba ganito itsura ng BD? So mapapansin nyo, nandito lang yung yung forces naka-act. Okay, kaya tinawag na two force members. So meron tayo ditong BX, BY, meron tayo ditong DX, DY. So kapag two force member, ang tatandaan nyo, yung it carries, kapag straight yung member, it will carry a axial load. And basically, yung axial load is yung ano lang, yung tawag dito, yung resultant lang ng mga uh, yung mga forces doon sa point na yun. And lalabas kasi diyan, 'di ba, na-prove na napakita na natin na yung DX 105. Tapos yung BX 105 din. Tapos yung DY 360. Tapos yung kapag nag-summation of forces ka, ito ay magiging 360 din. So parehas lang 'yan. So meaning yung force acting on AB, I mean BD pala, will just be the resultant ng mga reaction sa team. So therefore, PBD is equal to square root of 105 squared plus 360 squared. And that is 375. Okay, so the correct answer here would be letter B. Okay, so that's how we solve this particular problem.